Hey, this is Nat from Magic Beans, and today I'm going to tell you all the best baby carriers of 2017. If you have any questions after this video, email me, questions@mbeans.com. We'll be able to help you find a carrier that'll fit you best. All these products are available at mbeans.com. All purchases over $75 are free shipping. First up is the Moby wrap. So if you ever had any questions about what the Moby wrap was, you've probably heard of the Moby wrap online. This is the Moby wrap. It is an incredibly long piece of fabric. This might be a little bit intimidating at first, but people have been doing this for thousands of years. This is basically the very first baby carrier, and it's actually really snug when you put it on, and it's something that a lot of babies really like, and it can distract them for a longer period of time because all baby wants to do is be snuggled up close to you. And with the Moby wrap, you're guaranteed to get a perfect fit every time. So I'm going to show you how to put this on. We call it the wrap dance. The first thing you're going to do with the Moby wrap is you're going to find the middle. The middle is going to have a logo or a tag of some kind. The middle is going to go around your middle. There we are. And now in back, I'm going to cross the two pieces and bring them up and over my shoulder. And yes, we are doing this before we go to put baby in. All right, this is the hardest part, I promise. You're going to take the two pieces and they're going to go down and through the inside of the first. We are now going to cross them. That is going to create the X shape that baby is going to sit in. After that, you just tie this wherever is comfortable. I'll usually loop it around myself a couple of times and then tie it off to the side for easy access. As a heads up too, with the Moby wrap, you'll notice how it's not super firm on me, but it's also not super loose. This is kind of what we're going for. This is going to change as baby gets older and you'll need more and more fabric. This is Priscilla. Priscilla is a 10-pound baby weight, which means that Priscilla is approximately 3 months old. When baby is a newborn, the best way to put them in is to kind of start high up on your shoulder. Naturally, a newborn is going to be in kind of this M position, which you want to encourage. After that, you kind of guide them down and in, keeping good track of their neck control, maybe keeping a hand up so that they can do a little bit of self-soothing. Priscilla is mostly plastic and will not cooperate with this, so we're just going to put Priscilla in as best we can. We're going to start with the inside piece first. We are going to cover Priscilla all the way. I am going to put Priscilla in like I would for a slightly older child, since the legs will not cooperate. I'm going to show you what that means. So, rather than the M position, when we bring Priscilla in, here we go. Okay. You notice how her leg is dangling out? I did that on purpose. So the idea now is when I go to put the second piece all the way over, hey, there we go. I'm keeping an eye, making sure that she has good airflow. I'm going to tuck her in a little bit further down. There we go. Now she has a bit of a seat. So this is how you would put the Moby wrap on for a slightly older child. And now the final step, we are going to tape that first middle piece, and we are going to stretch that over baby. Some people will be more comfortable if you take the fabric and you lengthen it out over your shoulders. That's going to distribute the weight a little bit better. I kind of prefer having my shoulders free. Personal preference though. Baby is not going anywhere. Next is the baby katan wrap. So I like to call the baby katan a structured wrap. A lot of people, when they hear the word wrap, they're thinking of the Moby, which is the giant piece of fabric. The baby katan is actually two pieces, and it looks like this. So quite a bit smaller, quite a bit easier to deal with. The only downside to it is that it is sized. So if both you and your partner would want to kind of wrap baby, you may end up getting two of these. They're sized fairly large, just as a heads up. I believe it's like size 0 to 4 is an extra small, and it goes up from there. So it's pretty inclusive. So as you see, the carrier has 2 loops. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put the loops together and make kind of a donut shape. Then we're going to take this with the loopy bit going on your back. These are all technical terms. We're going to put this over our head. I'm going to put both my arms through, and then one loop goes over one arm, one loop goes over the other. And we have now created the same X shape that every other baby wrap carries. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put baby in. We're going to put Priscilla into the inside piece first. Here we go. And because Priscilla is approximately 3 months in size, I am not going to have Priscilla in the M position. also because Priscilla's legs are plastic and she doesn't really put up with that. All right, we are now going to completely cover her with the second loop. Here we go, making sure that you have good airflow, just keeping an eye on that. All right, there we go. This looks pretty similar to the Moby. However, we are not done yet. This is not very stable. The baby katan is 2 pieces. It does also come with this kind of sash bit. There's a pocket in it where you can actually put this piece inside. So this is good for like walking around, good for travel. We are now going to take this and we are just going to tie it and give us a little bit more support. I kind of want to cradle the butt a little bit, and we're just going to take that and just tie it in back. When baby is small, you are going to be tying this a bit tighter, and then it kind of loosens up as baby gets a little bit bigger. This is how you can keep the snugness even though baby is obviously growing bigger. This is the Ergo Baby 360. You've probably seen this while walking around before. This is an incredibly popular carrier in the States for a good reason. It's pretty easy to use by yourself. It's very supportive, and it has definitely been a favorite at Magic Bean. So today I'm going to show you how to really use this. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to put the lap belt on. On the 360, the lap belt is made out of Velcro, which means that you can get a good snug fit every time. So I'm just going to layer the soft part of the Velcro down first. We put that on, and there is also a safety strap. Make sure that you put this on as well, just in case the Velcro were to come loose. It is just a strap. It's going to buckle probably somewhere around the middle of your back. There we go. We're going to tie that tight. Excellent. The first thing I always ask people is, do you remember in PE class when you had to do that exercise like this? How far can you do that? A lot of people, when I ask them that, will tell me that hasn't happened in a very long time. That's okay. There's different ways to do that. If you can do that stretch, then the easiest way to put that on will be like so. And then you can tighten it and make sure that it's got a good height. That doesn't work for everybody, obviously. For people that doesn't work for, if we loosen on either side, keep this part buckled, we can put it on and over. You can put baby down and in, and then you can tighten it. The reason I don't recommend putting this clip any higher is because it actually really hurts your neck. I am currently going to demonstrate what this carrier looks like when baby is frontward facing. So if you see in here how our seat is on this black button, I am going to unbutton it on either side and put it into this inward gray button. That is going to bring the seat in, which means that baby is not going to be doing the splits when baby is facing out. Now, I'm pretty good at the PE stretch, so this is how I like to put baby in. We're going to take baby. There we go. I'm going to bring this up. Hello, baby. Either arm, there we go. I'm going to do this in back. I'm going to hold baby, and now I'm going to tighten. As you can see, Priscilla is not super comfortable right now. That's because Priscilla is not old enough to be facing out at this point. Priscilla is about 10 pounds, and lengthwise, she is an average 3-month-old, and you really don't want to be doing this until after baby is 6 months old. So with Priscilla, 1, we wouldn't be facing out. 2, we would actually need a piece of the infant insert. The infant insert does come separately unless you get the 360 bundle, which they do also offer. But the infant insert is going to be really important from newborn up to 6 months, depending on how tall baby is. So let me show you how that works. So this is the infant insert piece. This is what you start with when baby is a newborn and you want to be using this carrier. As you can see, there's actually 2 pieces in this infant insert. So when they are newborn, you are using both pieces. This goes in and will get strapped, here we go, into the carrier like so. Baby would be sitting on this bottom cushion when you bring them up, and then this piece is for extra head support. You're probably going to be using this full portion until baby is 3 months old. After 3 months, you just need this cushion piece. It's going to go in the seat of the carrier, and then baby is going to sit on that just to prop them up a little bit so that they're not kind of swamped in the carrier. If you can see, I now have Priscilla sitting on the cushion, So now when I bring this up, oh, we don't need that. We're facing in now. There we go. Now we can see Priscilla's head is above the carrier, which means we're going to have lots of nice airflow. We are going to be very comfy. The other thing I want to throw out is that for those of you who are expecting baby in the late spring, early summer, be careful of the infant insert piece because it is a lot of cotton. If you're walking around outside somewhere muggy and hot like Boston, the way we do, you're going to want to be very careful making sure that baby isn't overheating. Babies run very hot, they're burning through a lot of calories, and so the thick, heavy cotton plus you pressed up against them, baby could start getting pretty uncomfortable. There is, however, in case you are really worried about that and you know that you run hot, there is a mesh version of the 360. It's called the Cool Air. I would recommend this for any parent that knows that they run particularly hot and they still want to be able to carry baby around. There is also a version for the infant insert as well. Next is the Yema carrier. This is the newest carrier that we sell at Magic Beans. It is also becoming one of my favorite, actually. The Yema is kind of a combination between a wrap and a structured carrier. This doesn't look too dissimilar from an Ergo baby, perhaps like the Adapt, not the 360. And then we've got this bit in the back. This looks a little bit silly out of the box, let's be perfectly honest, but putting it on, it is actually incredibly comfortable. If you are somebody with back issues like me, this is going to really relieve some of that back pain. First things first, underneath here, this is going to be really hard to see, but there is a sliding tab in here, and you actually slide this to however old baby gets, and that is how the seat expands. So our options in here, we have for the first month, 1 to 5 months, 5 to 12, 12 to 18, and then, oh, up there it is, over 18 months. First, like all carriers, we are going to put the lap belt on first. Rather than having a big buckle, it is completely enclosed by the fabric, which I think is nice. You also can actually tuck this away and into this strap here. We are going to put baby in. Just as a heads up, this carrier is only parent facing. So if kiddo wants to face out, this may not be the carrier for you. I think that it has its merits anyway though. All right, so as Cybex tells us in their videos, always keep a hand on baby's butt while you're doing this. Baby goes into the cotton piece. We are going to drape these over our shoulders. The Cybex video has us kind of rolling up the fabric and then doing that, but I don't think that's going to practically happen in the real world. All right, now behind us, we are going to make an X shape. This is what makes the carrier so great. It's because if I am particularly short, I could do it up here. If I'm particularly long, this can go wherever is comfortable, which means that you're going to get some really good back support. You're now going to tie that around baby's butt. It's comfy for me if I tie it behind myself. This is the neck support. Yeah, it doesn't really look like our typical neck support, but basically how it works is we actually roll this in and we slide it into these little clips. And this can also work as a sunshade as baby gets older. This is the Baby Bjorn 1 carrier. First things first, like all structured carriers, we're going to put the lap belt on first. This is what I describe as a claw clip. It's easier to just show you. So behind, we hook this into the piece, and then you shimmy it tight. There we go. Now, with most structured carriers, the Ergo babies, the Beko Geminis, there's that clip right between your shoulder blades. This does not have a clip. It is just a strap for back support. So what that means is you're going to have to loosen this up, and it's going up and over your head. You see this mesh piece right here? This is actually a degree of separation between me and baby. For those of you that run really hot, this could be a really good thing. For those of you who want baby really snuggled up and on you, maybe not so much. A lot of carriers require you to get an infant insert. This one has the infant insert built in. So what I mean by that is, under newborn position, there is this red zipper. If we unzip and we zipped down here, we are taking away a lot of fabric actually between these two layers. So this is how you can put a newborn in without having to get a whole extra piece. This is also one of the carriers that is easiest to put on by yourself, in my opinion. What I mean by that is we now have this cotton piece. We're going to take baby. This is Priscilla, my 10-pound baby weight. Priscilla is approximately 3 months old. And we are going to put Priscilla in the cotton piece as we bring it up to us. Now for the clips. We take these and they clip in 1, 2, and 2 more for neck support. 1 and 2. Pretty easy. Does not work for everyone, to be perfectly frank. Sometimes the angle is just a little bit awkward for you, and that's okay. I happen to really like it. The other thing that this carrier can do that's really nice is that this carrier is appropriate for facing out. So how that would work are there are actually zippers underneath the seat, and we would zip either side, and then that would drop the seat down. Obviously, we're only doing that when baby is facing out, but once Priscilla is a little bit older, she will be able to do that. All right, right here. You push in on the button and pull away from you. This looks very easy. Do not be discouraged if this takes you a few tries. It has taken me a while to master that. All right, and now we are all good. This is the Stokke My Carrier. The Stokke My Carrier comes in 2 different packages. There's the front carrier and the front and back carrier. The front and back carrier has an extra piece. There are a total of 3 pieces. These 2 pieces together are going to make the Stokke front carrier. Adding this piece on would make a back carrier, which I have set up here just so that we don't have to waste time with me doing unclipping all the clips and all that. So let's look at the front carrier first, since this is what you would be starting out with. So when this is all properly adjusted to you, and if you look at the carrier, there are quite a bit of adjustments. You can really get a personalized fit on this. The nice part is when you have it all kind of adjusted to you, and I did this a little bit previously, you can kind of put it on like a vest. We've got our front carrier bit here. I'm just gonna snap this in. We have the front carrier on. So first things first, this is our front piece. I was playing with this earlier. As you can see, this is not a wide ergonomic bottom, which is usually what we recommend here at Magic Beans. That is because it is set up currently for forward facing, which is something that you can do on this carrier. All you have to do is unzip this zipper, but Priscilla is still 3 months old. We're gonna zip that back up. So we have it kind of on one side, and then we'll put kiddo in. If you can see this silver clip, you need this silver clip at about armpit level. This may change depending on how tall you are. I am fairly squat, so I have this on the highest setting. Also just gonna put this one up. This is the neck support. There we go, look at that. Now we are going to put baby in. We're going to clip this silver clip in again on the topmost setting. There we are. And this for head support. You may be wondering what this loopy bit is down here at the bottom. This is actually a leg strap. We're going to strap baby's legs in, make sure baby is safe and secure. The nice thing about this carrier is that it will get a very personalized fit. I have noticed that this does particularly well on taller torsos. So if you've tried on something like the Ergo Baby 360, and in order to get it to a point where you can kiss the top of baby's head, you have it like on your waist. This may be a good fit for you. This is what the back carrier portion looks like. The coolest part about this back carrier portion, 1, you can actually have baby strapped in and ready to go and then put it on, which means no more kind of Supermaning baby down and back and kind of hoping. 2, this actually, I don't know if I'm going to be able, oh, here we go, we can kind of see it. This has steel rods in back. So for an older child, like if you've got a back carry going on, this could save your back. What we can do is we can actually put baby in first. Obviously, you are not going to be doing this with a newborn. You're not even really going to be doing this with a 3-month-old. You're going to wait until baby's at least 9 months. If you're nervous at 9 months, double check with your pediatrician. I'm going to kind of fake it and show you. Priscilla doesn't mind, but the idea is baby will go into this back portion. Baby is going to be way too short. We're going to pretend, we're pretending. And we're going to reclip this up here. These 2 clips go over baby's shoulders. This is why we don't put a 3-month-old into the back carry, for all of us at home wondering. All right, and these are our leg straps again. There's a handle right here. You can swing baby on over a bed. 2 clips. Yep. Shimmy that tight. Now, if this piece looks somewhat familiar, that's because this is the piece that the front carry was on. So these are the total of the 3 pieces. The kind of framework, the front piece, and the back piece. As a review, today we looked at the Moby wrap, the baby Catan, we looked at the Ergo Baby 360, the baby Bjorn 1, the Yema carrier, and the Stokke My carrier. If you still have any questions about how any of these carriers might fit you, email me at questions@mbeans.com. Like this video if you liked it, and don't forget to hit subscribe for more videos like this. Hey, this is Nat from Magic Beans, and today I'm going to tell you all the best baby carriers of 2017. If you have any questions after this video, email me, questions@mbeans.com. We'll be able to help you find a carrier that'll fit you best. All these products are available at mbeans.com. All purchases over $75 are free shipping. First up is the Moby wrap. So if you ever had any questions about what the Moby wrap was, you've probably heard of the Moby wrap online. This is the Moby wrap. It is an incredibly long piece of fabric. This might be a little bit intimidating at first, but people have been doing this for thousands of years. This is basically the very first baby carrier, and it's actually really snug when you put it on, and it's something that a lot of babies really like, and it can distract them for a longer period of time because all baby wants to do is be snuggled up close to you. And with the Moby wrap, you're guaranteed to get a perfect fit every time. So I'm going to show you how to put this on. We call it the wrap dance. The first thing you're going to do with the Moby wrap is you're going to find the middle. The middle is going to have a logo or a tag of some kind. The middle is going to go around your middle. There we are. And now in back, I'm going to cross the 2 pieces and bring them up and over my shoulder. And yes, we are doing this before we go to put baby in. All right, this is the hardest part, I promise. You're going to take the 2 pieces and they're going to go down and through the inside of the first. We're now going to cross them. That is going to create the X shape that baby is going to sit in. After that, you just tie this wherever is comfortable. I'll usually loop it around myself a couple of times and then tie it off to the side for easy access. As a heads up too, with the Moby wrap, you'll notice how it's not super firm on me, but it's also not super loose. This is kind of what we're going for. This is going to change as baby gets older and you'll need more and more fabric. This is Priscilla. Priscilla is a 10-pound baby weight, which means that Priscilla is approximately